happy to help the refugees, but damn, it's tight in here now.
I need to take some of the mechanics. Great key.
Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look.
Instead of a toaster repair. Mechanics.
There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.
Once I level up, I can go for explosives. Let me see what happened with levels, though. Small arms. Shotgun. No, with opportunist. There is healing also. Over healing. I'm gonna wait with this. Каква е тога лама тамо? Па си нормална? Си срушиш кучу? Па сад ли си нашла да го монтираш? Mechanics. What's damage to robots? One is for melee. Deployables. I need blunt attacks. Requires 4 in melee. A blunt. Strength. One. Five is the requirement for most of those armors, without penalties. 5 it is. Wait with everything else. explosives for this, not mechanics. Mechanics are for the garden. I'll probably exit Colorado Springs tomorrow. For today, we stick in Colorado Springs. Sheriff.
I think we should pull some marshals from Broadmoor, put them here in downtown. If an enemy gets all the way to Broadmoor, we've got big problems.
But then, who'd make the precious 100 families feel all warm and snug?
Hey, are you around here too?
Yep. Very nice. New tape. Gutter snake. Center mess. Kevlar.
Bullshit me this time, Dorsey. How'd you get into the city? Fucking Highlander! Done told you them gates were left open! Then who let you in? Give me a name. Don't know, goddammit, I told you! What were you supposed to do when you got inside? Grab them Hunter family assholes for hostages. Many as we could. Especially that Percy Weston and his kin. Neely just wanted them bad. Then hit the palace. Kill the Patriarch. Is that it? Swear to God and the deluge of blood. That's all I know. I bet we can help you recollect a little more. I told you what I know. Don't.
What have I done?
You're a worm, Isaac. I should have killed you.
Hope.
I like you already, Rangers. I asked for a favor, and you came through for me. Not only that, but you sent me Isaac Reed and his traitor friends, all cuffed up and looking pretty. Seems to me that if somebody commits a crime in Colorado Springs, they should face Colorado Springs justice. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. Some of my marshals weren't so sure about you. Damn right. It's in all our interests to keep this city safe. Now, before I forget, let me introduce you to Hope Emerson. She heard all about you coming to town and she wants to join up. Ain't that right, Hope?
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to join the marshals ever since, but she keeps turning me down flat. We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and should be an asset to your organization.
Okay. Welcome aboard, Hope.
Great. I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our justice is fair, even to those who transgressed against it.
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got into town?
No, have way too many options.
Figures. That rat slinked into town about 5 years back. and the Patriarch, God love him, offered him a place to set up shop. Been nothing but trouble ever since, so him making a deal with the Dorseys doesn't surprise me in the least. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brygo helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in.
Yo, to Paragon next, I guess. We're on it. We'll think about it.
Sounds like you need some motivation. Let me sweeten the pot for you. Take down Brygo for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Keep him safe, and I'll owe you another favor. Always a pleasure, Rangers.
Alright, a new level now. What to do? The explosives. Let me check the inventory first. Six strength. This is the last point I put into strength right now. Definitely the last one. Jesus Christ. Just like that. I mean, look at this. Come on. Like a Big Daddy from BioShock. 16 small arms for a shotgun. You're fucking kidding me. I can go with 6. But it's all skill points. There is barter. I shouldn't do it. Not yet. I'm going towards perception with her, although she does need coordination too for those action points. I'm gonna go with coordination. We keep those skill points. Raise intelligence to the max. I want critical damage multiplier. It's gonna mean the world. Plus the extra skill points. Yeah. Get a lock picking as fast as I can. Should be explosives here again. And those big guns. And leadership. And hard ass. Fuck. I just need it all.
Got any good news, Rangers? What's on your mind?
Tell us about the pillories.
That's good old-fashioned Colorado justice. We slap lawbreakers into the pillories, strip them down, and let the cold do its work. You can't go easy on traitors and criminals, not in a place like this. Not with the Wasteland right outside the walls. Only thing keeping us civilized is the law, and folks need to see what happens to people who break it.
Fill us in on the marshals.
Best damn outfit in the city. We're independent and tough as hell. Only person we answer to is the Patriarch. No offense to the 100 families, but they're not welcome in the marshals. My boys and girls are ordinary folks who had to struggle for what they've got. That's the way I like it.
What's your story?
Oh, I've been here a long time, Rangers. Started out as the Patriarch's bodyguard about 30 years ago, and he liked my style. Guess I was a cute young thing back then. After I helped him whoop the Plains gangs, he put me in charge of the marshals. Been doing the job ever since. Never gave him cause to complain. I keep things nice and peaceful around here. All right. What have you... Roger that.
Back to the map where we were, just to open the door with mechanics.
Extra bloody shootout and guarding up the gods!
You're gone faster, and free cremation so your family saves a few bucks on the funeral.
Drowned in chocolate pudding for me.
Rangers hailed as heroes! Dorsey's flee the city!
Hickey? Oh my god, thank you!
Yeah, I need it for this also.
Maybe I'll join the marshals.
Here.
You like
And to visit Sans Lux. This microwave is working.
Oh, wow!
falling again. Thanks for getting the power hook back up to my microwave. I've got some real treats I couldn't sell without it. Power line must have gotten busted up in the fighting. Let's.
So you got... Fucking hell, you got a lot of new things. Sneakers. Weapon mods. Ammo. Turrets. Hobo dog. Direct ingress. We do this.
Came here for every class trip we ever had. Is Buchanan a man?
Display is inactive.
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly details?
Yeah, makes 5. The steady lights, laser weapon. Oh, the shotgun. Automat. YouTube introduction version 1.
Greetings, visitors. My name is Junko Murayama, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum. You're about to embark on a journey through history as we share with you the people and events that made Colorado what it is today. Our new and improved animatronic exhibits will bring history to life as you learn about the rise of the Patriarch, the unification of the 100 families, and their battles against the Monster Army and the Plains Gangs. The staff of the Colorado Heritage Museum asks that you do not interact with the exhibits. Ready? Let's go!
Sword of Nelius Dorsey, who led his clan in an attempted coup against the Patriarch. Nelius and Dorsey were defeated after a treacherous attempt on Patriarch's life. Old Baldy. Mechanical eagle in red, white, and blue.
Why, hello there! My name's Old Baldy, and this here is the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum, or, as I like to call it, home. Me and my friends here are dedicated, telling the story of old Saul Buchanan and the refounding of the great state of Colorado, which is just the first step in Saul's plan to bring back the good old United States of America. Now, just stroll from stage to stage and we'll tell you the story along the way. It's as simple as that. Any questions before you go?
If Buchanan made this museum for himself.
Saul Buchanan is far too modest for such egotistical shenanigans. No, sir. It was the 100 families who built this place as a gracious thank you to the Patriarch for all he's done for them.
Yeah, the American Eagle.
Look just like my picture, don't I? Now, wait a minute. Let me give you my good side. There you go. I gotta admit, though, I'm looking better than I was. Life's been pretty tough on old Baldy since the world went to pot. Lost a lot of feathers. But now that Patriarch Buchanan's rebuilding America, I'm starting to feel like my old self again.
Tell us about Buchanan.
Well, I don't want to spoil the show, but it begins with Saul's humble start in this very town, and it follows the trials and tribulations he faced uniting the 100 families, defeating the monster army, and bringing peace and security to Colorado. And, in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all ages.
Whisperer 4.
Great! Youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, could swing a sledgehammer before he was 3. Learned to read and write before he could walk. Finished all his schooling before he could talk. Showed all his teachers a thing or two when he taught them that a fact didn't have to be true. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The strongest of men! You can say that again. Youngest son of the Buchanan clan.
Animal Whisperer first. I want to see what happens with Animal Whisperer. This is one of the best parts in the game, by the way. Hi, skill checks. It's extreme on this difficulty now.
Why, hello, me. Any questions before you go? Saul Buchanan is... Look, just... I gotta admit, though, I'm looking better... And, in case you were worried...
Pet the eagle. Come on, Baldy, just tell us the story.
Ages. Stop! Step back! It is against museum rules to fondle the displays. Great! Youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, could swing a sledgehammer before he was 3. Before he could walk. Finished all his schooling before he could talk. Showed all his teachers a thing or two when he taught them that a fact didn't have to be true. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The strongest of men! You can say that again.
Can of baked beans from the bunker where the Patriarch's family waited out the deluge of fire. Canned food like this was all they had to eat, unlike today when the Patriarch has provided us with fresh greenhouse-grown vegetables. Artificial limbs and augmentations taken from the bodies of defeated scar collectors after the legendary Battle of Pumpkin Center, where the Patriarch defeated the savage warlords of the Eastern Plains once and for all. The original authentic treaty that united the 100 families under the Patriarch's rule for the safety of the people of Colorado, signed by the Patriarch himself and representatives of each of the families. Patriot's weapon. A replica of the rifle Sheriff Daisy used when she fought at the Patriarch's side during the war against the Plain gangs. For her bravery, heroism, and tactical brilliance.
My uncle tells me you're a man of questionable morals, Mr. Kwan.
Well, that's why I'm on the payroll. Somebody's got to get their hands dirty, so good folk like you can keep your hearts clean.
That's not how Colorado Springs works, Mr. Kwan. That's how you work.
Huh. I'm sure you know best.
He appointed to the sheriff of Colorado Springs. One is missing. Monster uniform. Of a soldier in the Monster Army, the gang that terrorized Colorado Springs until the Patriarch defeated them and won their fealty. The bullet holes and blood show the fierceness of the fight.
Well, the Dorseys thought they had a better idea. Believed they could rule by murder and fear. Tried to steal Colorado from our patriarch, but all Saul proved his bite was worse than his bark. Drove out the Dorseys and gave their land to the poor and the needy and the Indians. No mercy for the merciless was his stand, so he hunted the Dorseys to the very last man. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again. With the families behind him, Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's resort. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flab the inhaler surrendered his crown.
Flab.
Buchanan spared Flab and made him a deal. If your boys work for me, they'll never miss a meal. Flab signed up on the dotted line. Now his monsters keep us safe in the evening time. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again. The 100 families came to see O Springs, and all fell to fighting over frivolous things. Till Saul raised their heads to the circling wings of the vultures who were waiting to dine like kings. He said that the only way to save the land was to bury the hatchet and all shake hands. So they signed the treaty in a single day and begged him to lead them and show them the way. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You could say that again. Then came the gangs of the eastern plains, hoping to rob us of our worldly gains. Old Saul saw him coming and he rolled up his sleeves. He said, "You're all nothing but a pack of thieves." Strong as an ox at 70, he faced down the savages again and again. Then drove them back to the desolate east and secured for Colorado an endless peace. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You could say that again.
Youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, could swing a sledgehammer before he was 3. Learned to read and write before he could walk. Finished all his schooling before he could talk. Showed all his teachers thing or two when he taught them that a fact didn't have to be true. Is Buchanan a man? Oh.
No, leave them. They don't even have brains.
October 11. I finish the game.
Why are are humans always killing things? Friends, defend yourselves!
Damaging the exhibit is strictly prohibited.
The exhibit is strictly prohibited.
Yes. This is so fucking crazy. Okay. With October 11. I didn't receive a quest. I just wanted to see if the game is gonna react when I shoot him. You need to wipe out all of those robots. Okay. One by one. And then challenge October 11. But first we take a quest for it. It's unlocked.
Yeah?
And
The
no.
Sands Lux
Fuck.
Apartments? Who's
Never
there?
mind.
Fucking kids.
I said this fucking map over here first.
This is Corporal Gonzalez at Ranger Command. Who am I speaking with?
This is Rosie Wong at the Sands Lux Apartments.
Sands Lux.
The tap water's brown again.
That's not really our department, Miss Wong. Can I,
Then you go arrest whose department it is. I'm trying to run a business here. My tenants have a right to clean water.
Let's do this fast. And think I got another level also. I'm going to level up again. Listen, straight.
Team November, come in.
Straight, I'll be honest with you. I was like extremely tired from Wrath of the Righteous in the last 20 hours or so. Better to say during the third threshold. Okay. First of all, it was broken. Second of all, I picked the hardest way to play the threshold by refusing all the gods and their help. So Arilu Warlash was... I don't know how to call that fight, okay? Because I believe everyone had easier time but me. I refuse Nocticula, I refuse Yomedea. I entered over there without last stand. It was like if I had to purposely pick the hardest ending boss, I couldn't have done it, okay? It was by accident. Because that fight can be like 10 times easier. But it really got me mad. It got me mad because you know how hard it was on Unfair. And the entire threshold. I don't know how to explain it. It's not only Arilu Warlash. It's those 4 disgusting fights where you cannot rest when you enter the threshold. And then it's Koromazde. And then it's that performance issues inside the threshold. And then it's that disgusting fight against Koromazde Reborn. With companions that was just straight brain dead. I also recruited Queen Galfrey as a companion. So then I had a bug where 2 Galfreys appeared during the defense of Threshold. Only that fight took me like an hour or so to actually manage to do it, because you enter that fight without buffs, without anything. Your companions are not ready. Instead of giving you control over all 7 of them, Volgif and Sociel do some random shit, okay? I can't get control over them. The storyteller was stunning my entire team. It was a living hell, okay? House of the Eternal loading screens. The equal was a threshold, but with less bugs. But very stupid choices, okay? Very, very questionable and stupid choices. For Arilu, it was my fault. I picked it to be hard. I refused the help of everyone. Fine. Let it be hard. But it was still fucking disgusting, okay? More than 90 armor class. And she's a fucking wizard with saves of 60 plus. So not a single spell in the game will work against Arilu if you don't weaken her. I don't know, Jed. I was very tired and it was disgusting in the last 20 hours. That's it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got Ms. Wong, the manager at the Sands Lux Apartments, on the line. And this one might actually be something. Says she's got a tenant who might be making bombs in...
Yes, I got a phenomenal ending, okay. But was it worth it? I don't know. I only had a phenomenal ending. Where I ended up as a mortal and Pharasma prolonged our life. Okay. Even Pharasma got stunned by my choices. So I got a very unique ending through, because I refused the help of everyone. It was quite a shock when I've seen Pharasma. And I can't wait to see the DLCs and what they plan to do with those DLCs. I would love to see a DLC where you go for Baphomet and Descari. You know. Since Nocticula for Myran ended up in Elysium, she became the Redeemer goddess. It would be great if she sent us for Baphomet and Descari to kill them for good, okay, in the DLCs. It would be amazing, okay, and it would stick to the game team, because I don't know what else DLCs could they make, okay. There was a Reshkagal as a Demon Lord, Baphomet, Descari. Arilu's done, she's God knows where. Pharasma said like in some 8th circle of hell. Or something like that. As I said, you can't say how Arilu was easy. Because Arilu differs on everyone's playthrough. On my playthrough, Arilu was one of the hardest bosses. Because she was empowered, okay? Or better to say, I fought her with her real powers, where she could heal 2000 HP in a matter of seconds, okay? And she healed 6000 HP. Did you have the similar Arilu, perhaps? With 90 plus armor class and 60 saves that can one-shot your entire team with spray prismatic or with waves, or I don't know. She casted like 50 different spells non-stop. She had 30 health per second recovery, 30 health per second recovery on my run. Alright. And she could heal 2000 health on every minute. She healed 6000 fucking health when I beat her. No, for me she wasn't simple at all. For me she was one of the hardest things in a game. But it was broken and I made her the hardest thing in a game. It was my choices that got her so strong. On my second run, on my third run, she's probably gonna be 10 times easier, because for fucking sure, I won't play her again like that. I'm not fucking crazy. You had a similar Arilu, yeah. Then you know what I'm talking about. People can't even realize until they see it. Okay, until they play that, alright? Where you feel so fucking weak, okay? You're like level 40, 5 of you level 20, and then your mage, like, you know those spells with it, reflex partial, fortitude partial, and so on. It should work, it should at least deal 10 damage, okay? No, god damn it, you cast the spell, she reduce all on reflex and fortitude partial saves, she reduces all damage. You can't damage her with a fucking thing. Out of all of my teammates, no one did damage but my main character. And it was a fucking legend level 40. That's how broken she is. It was just fucking unreal.
Shush, shush, shush. Let me talk to them. You're leaving out important details. It's the weirdo in apartment 3. He's gonna kill us all. There's all kinds of loud banging coming from his room. And he's not alone. He's got friends in there. They're planning something. I know it. Do you think I would have called you if the marshals had listened to me? They say I called too much.
Hello.
Goddamn lazy good for nothings. Maybe there was nothing going on those other times, but this one's real.
Yeah, the new DLCs. No, she's fucking broken with those heals, okay? She's broken. It's not normal, and then when you think like it's done and she healed once, you know, for full HP, you bring her back to half again and she heals again. She did it 3 times in a row for me, okay? Like, come on. They need to nerf the fight. I get it, like, she's overpowered and so on, and you can only deal damage with specific classes and whatnot. But compared to everything in a game, the moment till you reach Koromazdeh is broken, Rilu is broken. Frankly, the entire Act 5 is rushed. Very, very rushed. Especially with a crusade, okay? With those battles. Especially with a crusade. It needs work. That game needs work, especially in the last act. Not only that it needs rebalancing, it needs some additional content. It needs a lot of things. Act 5 is... I mean, there are good parts in Act 5. Okay, there's ineluctable prison, it's phenomenal. There's the City of Ease that I don't like that much, but again, it has some great battles. I don't like the design of the Ease, but it has great battles. Ineluctable prison is really one of a kind. That entire map is fucking great. I don't know. Then the Enigma. There is the Enigma. Enigma has a lot of good encounters. For me, personally, Enigma has the best boss in a game and the hardest boss in a game if we exclude Broken Arilu Warlash. And as I say, and I'll say it again, Arilu really depends on players' choices. You can play her to be extremely strong or she can be extremely weak. It all depends on your choices. If you go like a man or if you go like a bitch. You go like a bitch, she becomes easy. You wanna be a man, she becomes a fucking monster. Yeah, I just need to buy followers and viewers, you know. I didn't have enough in the last 2 months. I couldn't even sleep. I just need to buy followers and viewers. That's all I did in my life. Ban that bot, please. If some of the mods is here. Did I start over with what? If you speak about Wasteland 3, yes, but there are 2 new DLCs and the entire game was balanced, changed. So yeah. If you speak about Threat of the Righteous, once I'm done with Wasteland. I need a glass of water, I'm dead thirsty from the lunch. Be right back in a second, but still fill up the bottle. Be right back very fast. Just to grab some water. You'll see my next playthrough of Wrath of the Righteous when I see some bigger patch notes. I'll check up regularly. Until then, I got a great game to play.
Come to the Sandslux apartments now! That loony's liable to blow the whole place sky high!
Sorry, November. Over and out.
Huh? What do you mean by sorry?
No. I think it was this. Those skill checks on Supreme Jerk. They're bloody broken. Frozen parrot lunch. 3 weird science, level 7 rocket. Razor box. Everything you need to make a melee weapon more pointy and scary. 50% chance to apply bleeding. It requires 8 points in weapon modding. What the fuck? I'm glad I came back here. Permanently increases brawling by 1. Blah. Animal cruelty. Is it animal cruelty if they're already dead? Frozen ferret crafting recipe. Dynamic cross photon matrix. Well, it's dynamic matrix that crosses photons clearly. Bellamy test. Mine, oh mine. Bugs.
Alright. This is Bellamy Ward, PAL operational test number, 110. I've adjusted the angle of the solar collectors by 3.12 degrees to improve the energy transmission from the photonic amplification lenses. I've also attached a more sensitive voltmeter to the test panel, so I can hopefully get a more accurate reading of the conversion rate. Everything's set. Here we go. The photon amplification lenses are operating at 60% ambient light, approximately what we would expect on a typical day in Colorado Springs. Checking the voltmeter now. Yes, it's working. Energy storage is 12% above norm. This is better than I hoped. Now, if I can get the storage rate up to 25%, we'll have surplus power running into the batteries each day. For the first time since the deluge of fire, Colorado Springs will have all the electricity it needs. I can't wait to show this to Theo and Megan. They'll be so excited.
Create a new character. Nurse Stuff 5. Play Bellamy Land. What do you mean the safe requires power? It has power. We need nurse stuff. We got to Sandslux. I'll leave Fargo for tomorrow. Believe it or not, you know I switched day for night during Breath of the Righteous. And now, in the last 3 days, because I wasn't playing anything and I wasn't streaming at all, I was sleeping for 2 days in a row. And somehow it happened that I turned night for day, so I woke up in 6 AM today. So I've been awake for 16, 17 hours. So. And from now on, streams will be during the day, because I'll sleep during night.
Yeah?
Finally.
This is the Sands apartments?
I was feeling like shit in the last 20 days, because I switched completely. Desert Rangers to see Mrs. Wang.
What? You're here? I don't believe it. Come in, come in.
Sans Lux. Need to check those levels also. Rose Wang.
I can't believe you came. Those goddamn marshals never come. They think I'm a pest. I'm vigilant, is what I am. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-T. Anyhow, I hope you're ready for trouble, Rangers, because I got a situation here.
Oh, come on, Rosie. I always came when you called, didn't I?
You're with the Rangers now, Quan? Well, you were one of the better ones. I'm glad you're out of that marshal racket.
What's your problem with the marshals?
They're bought and paid for. Sure as hell never help ordinary citizens, let me tell you. Unless you pay them extra, but I never pay anybody until they earn it. Because I ask them to do their job. They hate that, the lazy, fat-ass carbuncles. If they never did a lick of work in their lives, it would be too much for them. Ugh. The guy in room 3, Irv. He's not supposed to have anybody else living there, but I hear voices in there all the time. They're always banging on stuff, and I can smell burning and bleach and I don't know what else. Make him stop it or throw him out. Either one is fine with me.
Have you looked inside?
I can't. The shifty bastard's put his own locks on the door. That's how I know he's up to no good. Apartment room 3, end of the long hallway. The door's on the right. I know he's up to something. I just know it.
Okay, Rosie. We got it.
Got one do. It's tons of cigarettes.
All right, marshals, listen up. If you won't take my noise complaint seriously and do your damn job, then I guess I'll just have to do it for you. There's been strange noises coming out of apartment 3 all week. People yelling and stomping around at all hours, and strange mechanical sounds. He could be making bombs for all I know. You say you need evidence? Well, Irv just left, so I'm going inside and documenting everything I find. Who's there? Oh, it's Rosie Wong, the landlady. I was just checking to make sure you were okay. Why wouldn't I be okay? Oh, well, you know, the noise. I'm fine.
Fuck you with those skill checks. Sure. 7 to upgrade after it. 12 and 18. 5, 6. You just got them crazy with this.
Fuck off. Huh? Get the fuck out of my apartment.
What?
Window tables used to break encryption.
Satoshi. All of these computers appear to be networked together. They're running completely unrecognizable streams of code. The mechanic in the town sends plus. I don't know, I forgot, I played a long time ago. I'll check the mechanic, yeah.
Meat space demons intercepted. Display rendered object and assigned to translation vectors.
What are you offering us?
Redundant variable detection grid populated by live stream data. Alert. Do not delete local references to object. If memory allocation is null, then unhandled exception occurs. Support disabling implicit wig set operation. Avoid unintentional unsigned wraparounds.
Fine, Satoshi. We ain't opening the case. How to make pies from scratch. Toaster. 6. I got a companion for that, I can do it. But I need to go back and switch. Toasters, they're always worth it.
Sunday, 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 nitro burning funny cars. Eureka! The secret at last!
Shit. Just shit.
The square of the
Just shit.
is 3 times the length of its eye. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 11, and 11.
What I did with this difficulty, man?
I can see my own cells. I must never know. No one must ever tell them. The world is ours, Josephine.
No, this ain't hard because of Supreme Jerk. It's hard because I picked those skill checks on Supreme Jerk and Permadeath. Okay, that's what makes it fucking hard.
See my own cells.
The combat of Supreme Jerk doesn't make it hard. Skill checks is what making it fucking disgusting.
Do you know where you are going to? Do you like the things that wife is showing you?
All of the skill checks are +2 compared to regular Supreme Jerk. That's the problem.
Why don't you tell me my name? They must never know. No one must. Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious of hosts. Can you see me? Do I?
Shit, man, I need 3 levels for this.
5, 7, 11.
No way.
11 and 11. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
What's the matter? Kick down that door.
Oh, shit. I can't, Grandma. I can't. I would love to do it, but I can't. I need levels for this. A lot of levels.
It was an old security drone. Its timing belt broke, so it vibrates real fast.
Books for sale!
Clocks. Clocks. Clothes. Clowns. Oh, not one book on clones?
Howdy.
When the world expired, we were forged in the fire.
I don't have Scotchmo for this. We ain't doing it without Scotchmo.
Protecting the needy and fighting the greedy. We fought because we gave a shit.
Turn!
And we'll keep on fighting.
Ah, hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions, if you're here to learn about our wall.
Who are you?
I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine, nuclear reactions at room temperatures making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again. It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies. If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers from approaching. Such a pity. Believe me, I understand.
Code chiefs told us that man's time was done. Though he tried to destroy us, we were somehow victorious, and we blew him to sweet kingdom come, and we'll keep on fighting.
Mama Cotter.
You got business with Mama Cotter?
Yes.
Ha! No, you don't. Come back when you do. Until then, scram.
Y'all seem nice, but if you got business with the Cotters, you should talk to Mama.
The old desert rangers. The world knows that we persevere. It started again. And guided our worst foes with schemes to hasten our end.
Don't get cute. Anyway, I didn't know they existed until my pa told me to go down to this old man's farm. He said he had a few cars we could take. What we didn't expect.
I miss the open road. The cold sky.
Hey, Jimmy. Glad to see you're okay. Dorsey's didn't get this far?
Yeah, they didn't bother with us. They were after folks wearing badges like yours. I would have shot those Dorseys dead if they'd walked in my garage. Haven't seen your friends before. If you folks are looking for help with your vehicle, you've come to the right place.
What ending did I pick in my first playthrough? For what? For Wasteland or for Breath of the Righteous? For Breath of the Righteous I picked Mortal ending. A legend ending. I'll release it soon on my YouTube channel. What's the place?
This is the Colorado Springs Arapahoe Station. We got stations all over Colorado, mostly for fixing and supplying our own fleet. But we fix vehicles and sell parts to anybody. I'm the manager, Jimmy Longhaul. That's my crew over there. You need any repairs or alterations to your ride, they're the ones who will put it all together. Best crew in the business.
Like you also repair people.
Yeah? Oh, that's Doc Parker. He needed a place to set up his clinic, and we had the space, so good thing, too. Those Dorseys hurt a lot of people with that little raid of theirs. We brought as many as we could in here, and Doc's been patching them up as fast as he can. Only got 2 hands, though.
Sparker, a good actor.
The best in Colorado Springs, no lie. He was the Patriarch's personal physician for a while. Took care of all the hoity-toits in Broadmoor Heights, too. Kinda pissed us off at the time, actually. Nice Arapaho boy, taking care of the hemorrhoids of the 100 families and turning his back on his own people. Came home in the end, though. Remembered who he was and set up his clinic here. Been serving the working people of Colorado Springs ever since.
Tell us about employees.
Co-workers, not employees. I only give the orders because I take the orders, get me? Anyway, Fastback's the old one. Been with the station almost as long as I have. Wrench, the tall fella, thinks he's a heartbreaker, but he's the most sentimental sap you'll ever meet. And Pacer's our newest recruit. Don't mess with her. She's 10 pounds of attitude in a 5-pound bag. At the moment, yeah, I guess so. Driving and wrenching has kind of become the Arapaho brand. We pride ourselves on being the best mechanics and couriers in the West.
Tell me about Arapaho.
Well, except for those of us who run the stations, we mostly live on the road. The people of the convoy, some folks call us. And we've turned that way of life into a business. Arapaho service stations, Iron Thunder Logistics, Arapaho Caravan Protection, and so on. While other folks were eating each other in the suburbs or fighting over mansions in Broadmoor Heights, we kept to the wildlands and didn't come back until civilization had reestablished itself. And when we came back, we came with services people needed. Transportation, protection, and repair. Been living well ever since.
You hire outsiders?
Sure we do, if they're good enough. Takes a lot of skills to be better than an Arapaho, though. Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
It's cheap. Give me your coffee ration for next week, and I'll consider it.
145.
You're all right, kid.
I need those mechanics.
I'm thinking of joining the next supply run. See how some of my experiments will hold up in the field.
Come on, pal. That crew would be lucky to have you.
Hey, Doc.
Quan, hope you won't take offense, but I've got no time for niceties. Dying people take precedence.
Understood, brother.
Can we do anything to help?
They're in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them.
What can we do?
Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These folks are literally dying on us, so don't fuck around.
Here you go.
Great. Then get started on those patients.
Okay. Bleeding. Suture kit.
It isn't
Practically speaking,
bad, is it?
Sure.
Just
Ain't no
flesh
reason
wound.
a good mechanic
Am I right?
can't make talking cars
You
out
should
of dead
see.
robots.
I hear
The
a
other guy.
butt in there somewhere.
You heard right. I wouldn't do it. Not unless the robot in question
As long as I
asked
can
for
use it.
themselves. Because it's just cruelty otherwise.
I nearly wanted to say, where's Doctor? And then I remembered this from Fallout.
Hand me that wrench, Pacer.
You got it.
Stay in first aid.
Hand me
me that wrench, Pacer.
You got it.
Oh.
You wanna set your tire bead real quick and look impressive doing it? I've got a trick. Set the tire on fire. Except don't use gasoline. Yeah, well, she's smart enough to know that. Anyway, just a quick shot of flammable
closed
agent,
my
a method
wound.
for putting out the fire,
Won't miss.
and you're ready to keep going.
Staring at my...
They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop? It hurts. Please.
That's the last one. Let's round him up and bring him back to Doc Parker.
Where? What's going on? Did you patch me up?
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys.
Didn't
count on the ground stopping me. My leg! You said it! Ugh, still hurts like a bitch, but maybe I'll actually walk again.
What now?
Everything's done.
Good. Thank you. One sec, though. I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm grateful for what you've already done. You see this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. I need to keep constant watch on her, and I need cleaner, safer facilities to do it. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Rangers. I just need to save her. What do you say?
I say welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. And mine. Need anything before I get my stuff together? Of course. Let's have a look. Good luck.
Alright, full health. Doctor acquired.
Oh, you want to talk to Mama? She's the one in charge.
I need levels. I need levels. Simple as that. There is a Fargo's estate. This thing club. What was it? Little Vegas. And the Broadmoor Heights. Make a manual save. Divinity is on another level. Definitely. Then another Kingmaker than Breath of the Righteous. I'm just tired. Breath of the Righteous might be the best game ever created. It depends what they do with it. Okay. Divinity is just among the top 10 CRPGs ever created. That's the difference. Guys, that's gonna be it for today. 8 hours of stream. As I said, I woke up 17 hours ago. From now on, starting from today and from tomorrow, earlier streams. When I say earlier, I mean a lot earlier. I used to start Breath of the Righteous during this time, and I'll start those streams way much earlier. So 5 to 6 hours before now, each and every day from now on. People, I'm up to bed. I thank you all for watching, and I wish you all good night. Be seeing you back very, very soon.